We have a great interview today. We are with Powell Kreis, the program director and festival manager for Lemoyne Arts. Powell, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing well. Thank you, David. I appreciate
Oh,
you.
joining us all the way from Tallahassee on a beautiful morning, I'm sure. Weather looking good over
Well, it's looking a little gloomy right now, but I see some blue poking through.
there? Yes, I think the autumn is finally upon us. I'm not sure. Every morning I went to work this week, I felt a little chill almost in the air, which is great.
Yeah,
We had a very hot summer for sure.
it
Uh,
sure.
thank you for thank you for being with us. We're going to be talking about Lemoyne Arts and all the wonderful things that you guys are doing over there. But we want to start with a little bit of the history and the background behind Lemoyne Arts. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. So we're in downtown Tallahassee. We're the only art gallery down there, and we've been around since 1963. So this year we're celebrating our 60th anniversary, which is really wonderful. Lemoyne's gone through many different stages in life, as nonprofits tend to do over
Sure.
decades. But it was started by a group of art enthusiasts and artists who recognized that Tallahassee really didn't have a space for all types of artists to participate.
Right.
So it was brought together as a nonprofit and has had many different lives, but so many people know of Lemoyne because they went to summer camp as a kid, including myself. We have an annual high school show each year, which allows Leon County School high school students to participate in a real gallery show. We've got a holiday show that's been going on since the beginning that all
Right.
for generations have been coming to pick out their ornament. It's just a wonderful part of
So,
Tallahassee's
so you are yourself a local Tallahassean, and you got to experience what the Lemoyne did many years ago, and kind of got you interested in art. Is that part of the history behind you, Powell, yourself, being involved with the arts?
Absolutely. My mother, luckily, was a very creative person as well. So she really saw that I had an inclination towards art and really facilitated that. So she would send me to Lemoyne summer camp, and I did the high school show. And it was just really the only gallery in town for a long time that you could go to. So,
Yes, and there's so much history, obviously, in Tallahassee, as you may know. Well, we love obviously supporting the arts and culture, and we've been involved as a company, Conexión Media Group, and myself personally, with several of things going on in Tallahassee, Theater with a Mission, and other things that are going on. But so there's so much history in Tallahassee, Spanish history, French history, and so Lemoyne is a French name. Uh, I read that it was named for Jacques Lemoyne de Morgue, which was an artist also back in the 16th century, according to your history. He was part of the French expedition to Florida. Tell us a lot also about the home that it's in, because it's one of the historical homes, also, correct?
yeah, so I want to make sure I get it right. We're the Monroe McGinnis House. So we're part of a historic district in Tallahassee, and we've really preserved the face and bones of it. So when you come to Lemoyne, you'll see that it really is a old house that's been renovated for the future. But it has that.
You can feel the history just by being in the home itself and the looks of the home, I'm sure.
Absolutely. People always comment on it. We've got original wood floors and
Right.
all wonderful stuff. So, yeah, I mean, Tallahassee is celebrating its bicentennial next year. So 200
Wow.
years. It's very exciting. So we're going to be participating in some of those bicentennial
Yes,
celebrations.
and we plan also to participate in some of those. We've been kind of leading up to this 200th anniversary with some of the things we've been doing and supporting in the Tallahassee area. Um, the Lemoyne Arts is focused on the local artists. I'm sure you bring other artists from outside, but do you have a focus on the local artistry there and give them the opportunity to display their artwork?
That is our primary mission. It's to support the careers of local and regional artists. So we consider Pensacola, Jacksonville, parts of Georgia, that sort of 200 to 300 hour radius as our regional.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's a great thing to do because obviously, some of the local artists, may not have the opportunity to display their their talent, to large audiences. And I'm sure, with the space that you all giving them in the Lemoyne Arts, they have a chance to do so, and hopefully, increase their reach to more people than they would just do in an arts market or something like that. So that is
Yeah,
a great mission that you all have. But I know that you do have a, very, very important celebration.
we do. We've got our 60th annual holiday show, and we're calling it a Diamond Jubilee since it's our 60th anniversary and diamonds are the 60th.
That's right.
Um, and so, since it's our 60th, we're opening a week early. Most people think of us as opening on Black Friday, but this year we're doing something a little different. We're opening on November 18th, the week before Thanksgiving,
Uh-huh.
a big garden galleria. We have this beautiful sculpture garden that's newly been renovated, and we're so excited to show the public what it looks like now. A lot of people remember a very sweet, humble garden from years and years past, but now we've just taken that and elevated it and expanded it. So we have room for about 30 artist booths, and we'll have 3 food trucks and live music in the gazebo. And the retired art teachers of Tallahassee, or the Rats, are coming
Uh-huh.
to do kid activities. They're going to have 4 different crafting stations. So it's just going to be a big all day festival party to celebrate the holidays, get everybody in the spirit. And then our gallery will be filled with at least 50 artists worth of giftable items. So we ask them to bring in original handmade gifts under the $100 range so that people can buy multiples. It's a lot of ornaments and scarves and gifts for your friends and family
So
and pet
the
stuff.
anniversary itself is a series of events that are ongoing throughout the whole period. I saw where you have a mimosa get together and also a couple other activities in between in different dates. All that information I know they can find on your website. Um, Now, is there going to be a closing event where everybody can gather, or is that something that
So
is going to happen also?
we are open until Christmas Eve for those last minute shoppers, and we do get new inventory throughout those 5 weeks. So we encourage people to come back, and that's part of why we have so many special events throughout the show to try to get people to come back and see the new work. But also, our mission is to bring the community together through art.
I
So
love it. I love it.
we've made all of these fun events and partnered with all these different organizations and entertainers who've donated their time to just make something fun for the community. So we'll have a cookies and cocoa with live music and a little splash of spirits in the cocoa for the adults with donated goods by Uptown Cafe. We're going to have a beer garden party tasting called Happy Holidays with a
It's gonna
band.
be a very busy time for you all over there, right? But the bottom
Yes.
line is, I love the concept of bringing the community together through the arts, because yes, there's a little bit of everything for a little bit of something for everyone, right? In every town, in every city, but the arts and culture are so important to a city, and some cities, are not as culturally diverse or into art, and in this case, you all are doing a wonderful thing over there in Tallahassee, because the arts and culture are just so important, and inculcating that into the youth of the area is so important you know, for the future of any city. In my opinion, that's just my opinion, and bringing the community together in this case through the arts is very, very, very important, and I congratulate you all for that. Um, there's again a lot of activities there, and is there a fee or charge for some of these activities, or are they free?
So, if you're a Lemoyne Arts member, which I'd say we've got a very generous membership, a lot of the events are free or discounted. But our most expensive event, which is our dazzling diamond cocktail party with fresh oysters and catered,
Wow.
is only $25 for a ticket. And there's going to be a live band, a quartet of jazz and swing music. So, I'd say it's a pretty reasonable
I
thing. We
think that's a very great deal. 25 bucks, you go to McDonald's and have a couple of meals, you're pretty much done with $25. In this case, you get music and oysters. My goodness,
yeah.
you can't beat the price on that one for sure.
No, I'd say that we're really just trying to get people to come. We don't want it to be cost prohibitive. We just have to be able to pay our basic expenses, but we really
Yeah.
just want people to come and be together. And you mentioned the youth being part of what we do. And so I do want to mention that we also have winter and Thanksgiving camp for kids and lots of workshops. We've got a huge education program. So there's a lot of stuff for kids and parents to do
So
together.
throughout the year, yeah, you have your educational programs and camps, obviously, yes. And this anniversary is not leaving the youth behind either because you have a lot of family events.
We do. Yeah, we've got festive family fun day with Santa and face painting and crafts and things like that.
Would you like to recognize some of your supporters and or sponsors for the activities that you have?
Sure. So, Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare Foundation, or TMH as we like to call them, are our presenting sponsor, but we still have a lot of sponsorship opportunities left. I will mention that because without our sponsors, it's really hard for a
Sure.
nonprofit to put on events like this. We also have Diane Perkins, who's one of our board members and devoted humans that is helping us as a sponsor. And then we've got a lot of in-kind sponsorships. So I mentioned Uptown Cafe, El Luso Restaurant, Oyster Mom, Proof Brewing, Deep Brewing. Oh, I hope I'm not leaving anybody out, but we just have a lot of really generous folks in our community that are willing to help us pull off all of these amazing events.
And did you say you're still looking for sponsors and or donors for these
Very much.
activities?
Yes, yes. Since it's our 60th, we're really trying to get the message out there. But, it's hard you can't just mass email people. You have to individually reach out and ask for their participation. But the visibility as a sponsor, I would say, is really exciting. We offer a lot of promotion to acknowledge our sponsors. So I definitely.
Wonderful. And they can also find more information about that on the website, obviously, on the different sponsorship levels and the benefits to the Don Orchestra to the sponsors for being part of the 60th anniversary of the Lemoyne Arts Foundation and the great activities that they have. So if you want to outreach to a large and varied audience that includes the whole family, this is
Mhm.
a great way to do it. And one of the best ways to do it also because you're supporting something great for the community, not just Tallahassee, because I am sure people are going to come from all throughout the area, including some of us from up here in the Northwest Panhandle.
Yes, we're very grateful that WFSU, WCTV, they really help us cover the event. So we're getting a lot of wonderful promotion. It's a good way to get your business in front of new eyes.
Así es. Voy a hablar un poquito de español para invitar a toda la comunidad latina del noroeste de la Florida. Everyone out there that is the Hispanic descent that loves the arts or just wants to have a great fun. Si quieres tener un gran tiempo con tu familia, con tus hijos, te invitamos a que apoyes este evento del 60 aniversario de Lemoyne Arts en Tallahassee. Entonces, toda la comunidad latina de alrededor que le importa el arte, que les interesa el arte, los invitamos a que vayan y apoyen el Lemoyne Arts en Tallahassee. Entren a la página lemoyne.org y ahí verán la información. Y también búsquenlo por conexión porque vamos a ayudarles a promover. We're going to help you guys promote these activities through our different outlets, including obviously what we're doing right now, and inviting the Hispanic community to come out and join you guys and everybody that reads our publication or watches this show. This is going to be a great event. They are there throughout the year. Don't forget, you can go at any time, but support the 60th anniversary of Lemoyne Arts. Powell, I know you do a lot of other things, and it's in your title also. You're a programming person for not just the Arts Foundation, but in the Arts Foundation, there's also a big event that takes place each year. Would you like to talk about the festival parks? I
Oh,
always kind of
I love talking about the chain of parks. It's
Chain of Parks Festival, which is a great event also. Can you talk about that one?
Sure. So the Chain of Parks Art Festival is our biggest fundraiser of the year, but it's also just a huge event for the community. We've been #1 in the nation for fine art festivals. We've been in the top 10 for like 11 years nationally. So we're very proud of that. It happens in downtown Tallahassee. There's a string of three parks called the Chain of Parks where we set up, we shut down a bunch of roads and we just have a giant art festival. We've got 150 fine artists, live entertainment on a stage all day. We've got a whole food court of local food vendors and food trucks. We've got national chalk artists that come and do these live chalk art displays in the Chalk Art Oasis. We've got kids' activities in the children's park, and we've got historical reenactments of Jacques Lemoyne and the French Huguenots. It's just a party. I'll put it that way.
A wonderful
Something for
party, I'm sure.
everyone to
So there's
do.
three parks. That's why the name. I couldn't kind of connect the name to what was going on over there because I haven't been to it, but I know it's wonderful, and you do it each year. So the next one is in on April 20th and 21st of 2024, and that's going to be what, the 24th anniversary, I believe.
Yes, it'll be our 24th anniversary, and it just gets bigger and better every year. I'd say that this community support has been amazing, but people come from all over the world. I mean, we do
Is
serve
that right?
a festival. We had people from Germany, from Spain, from El
Yeah.
Salvador. It was just amazing.
Wow. And does that include artists, or are you talking about tourists?
Both.
Really?
The
I'm
art,
looking at the section here of your Chain of Parks website talk called The Village. I see a lot of kids in there, a lot of families. Is that
yeah.
the purpose of the village itself, in a sense? A lot of kid activities?
Correct. Correct. So we've got a whole section of the festival dedicated to getting kids excited about art. So we get local organizations to do pop-up studios where they teach, make, and take crafts to kids. We've got live entertainment. We've newly introduced something called heritage booths because we've always had the Jacques Lemoyne encampment with the Theater with a Mission doing live reenactments, but
Yes.
to open it up to other cultures that are part of our history. So that's a new feature that we have. There's also a face painter, an ice cream vendor, things like that for the kids and families to be able to take a little break.
And as we know, those of us that organize events, obviously, right, it takes a lot of support from the business community, the community at large. And so there are sponsorship opportunities, obviously, for the Chain of Parks Festival itself.
There are, and we also have a sponsorship appreciation soiree that happens in January to sort of reveal our cover art for the year and make our sponsors feel appreciated. We cannot do it without them. We do get a little bit of grant support from City of Tallahassee and Visit Tallahassee, but I mean, this is a 40,000 people event each year, so we definitely rely on our sponsors, and we have a whole VIP area in the festival dedicated to them where there's complimentary food, a bar, a place to rest, because it's a lot.
I'm
150
sure.
artists, you can't look at all of that in one go. So it's a really nice place to cool your heels and enjoy the beautiful spring weather in downtown Tallahassee.
I can imagine, the large and how large this is. As you know, we with Connection Media Group, we organize festivals, including the International Festival for Walter Beach, and we all always like to have artists. We always love to have artists. So one of my partners is an artist herself, and I always tell her, bring as many artists as you can, and she does a great job with that, and it just adds to the event, to be honest with you. Yeah, we can have music and all that other stuff, folkloric groups, but the arts always add something more to an event, in my opinion. So I can only imagine an art festival, how awesome it is, booths and
Well,
art
it
and
is, uh,
sculptures and kids playing.
Yes, and it's a juried art show, so I think that that's a good
Oh,
thing for people to know. We get about 300 artists apply, and we only have room for 150. So we've got
I see.
a whole jury that reviews it to make sure we have the very best art that we can have. And then we have $10,000 worth of prize money for those artists that we distribute out. So it's a big incentive for them, and a lot of artists spend their whole year preparing for the festival because it's one of their biggest income drivers.
Outstanding. Well, you can count on our support here through Connection Media Group, and anything that we can do to help you get the word out, to the audience and public that we try to reach, the multicultural communities of Northwest Florida and Southern Alabama. You can always stay in touch as we've done for the last several years, and we will help you get word out in any which way we can. We love supporting art and culture, as I mentioned, and we continue with that commitment in public to you right now, as we've done it in private. And just count on it. Any final words for the people out there on the Leymone Arts Foundation and or the festival?
I just really appreciate the opportunity to talk about all of the things we have going on because it's hard to break through sometimes, especially with all the things we're doing. Just getting the word out can be a challenge, but we're working really hard to make something fun for the community. And unfortunately, Lemoyne had a history a while back of being just like a bunch of old white people. And luckily, that has really changed over the last decade. So we're really proud of all of the different things we're offering to all ages, all demographics. And so I'm really glad that I'm getting an opportunity to talk to your demographic and hope that they will come to Lemoyne. Because a lot of people are like, I didn't even know this existed, but I'm so glad and now I want to be a part of it. So we just said,
You
come
bet.
back.
A hidden secret, as they call them, some
Yeah.
things like that. And throughout the years, you all have been doing a great job in spreading the word and getting more people to come out and enjoy the activities throughout the year, and especially also the big events like the festival, and in this case, the 60th anniversary activities that are taking place in your Diamond Jubilee, as I guess it's a proper way to define that. Uh,
Mhm.
Thank you very much for being with us, Powell. We appreciate you coming on this morning and telling us all about the great things that Leymone Arts Foundation does for the area of Tallahassee. I know you're based in Tallahassee, but you are supporting many, many different artists throughout the United States, and like you said, even internationally. So we're looking forward to being there with you all. We appreciate you being here. This has been an interview with Powell Kreis, the programming director and festival manager, Leymone Arts Foundation. And we want to thank you for being with us and following us on our YouTube channel. To make sure that you go and when you go to the YouTube channel, it is very important for you to hit the like button and the subscribe button, because that's going to help us continue to grow. And you know how YouTube works. The more people that touch our site, the more publicity and more reach that they give us. So we encourage you to do that. Also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and LinkedIn. We hope to be in TikTok in the near future. That my friends keep telling me I should be in TikTok, but I'm not convinced yet. I'll probably be there in the next year or so. Thank you for being with us on Making Connections interview show. We appreciate you, and take care of yourselves. Stay healthy, stay safe. May God bless you.
Thank you, David. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Bye.
Do you want to advertise to thousands of Hispanics and non-Hispanics in Northwest Florida, and Southern Alabama?
¿Quieres promover tu empresa y producto a miles de hispanos y no hispanos?
Connection is your most cost-efficient way to do so.
Conexión es tu solución.
We are the largest English and Spanish publication in our region. Our primary mission is to inform, guide, and educate our readers via interesting content.
Somos la publicación mensual en español y en inglés de la más grande distribución en toda la región. Además de las 5,000 copias en papel, tenemos activas las redes sociales, incluyendo Facebook, Twitter e Instagram, y también por Internet.
Conexión is your bridge to connect you to the growing Hispanic market in the region. Call us.
Llámanos.